All right, let's talk about something huge. We're going to break down how someone can go from being deep in debt to becoming a millionaire in just 10 years. And look, we're not just going to list off some rules. We are diving into the actual principles and the steps you can take to make this happen for real people with real jobs. Let's get right into it.
So let's just tackle the biggest question right out of the gate, the one you're probably thinking. Can my regular 9-to-5 job really make me a millionaire? I mean, it sounds like a fantasy, right? Something for lottery winners, not us. But what if the answer is, well, a lot simpler than you think? It's not about some secret trick. It's about a clear process that anyone can follow.
And that process, it often starts in a place that might look painfully familiar. The journey we're talking about began right here, at negative $40,000. Yeah, that's a massive, crushing hole of credit card bills and student loans. It's the kind of number that makes it hard to even breathe, let alone dream about millions. But here's the most important thing to understand about that $40,000 hole. It is not some kind of unique personal failure. For so many people, it's just the starting line. A study from Ramsey Solutions found that almost half of American adults feel negative about their money situation. So if you feel that weight, believe me, you are not alone. The real question isn't how you got there, it's how do you start climbing out. And the climb starts right here, between your ears. Before you even touch a budget or a spreadsheet, you have to rewire the way you think about money. This is everything. Your wealth, your future, it is built in your mind first, long before it ever shows up in your bank account.
So how do you do that? The main tool is financial literacy. It's simply the skill of understanding how money actually works. Things like, how does debt really trap you? How does investing and compound interest become your secret weapon? It's the stuff that, for some crazy reason, we're not really taught in school, but it is the absolute foundation for any kind of financial comeback.
And the good news, it has never, ever been easier to learn this stuff. There are amazing books, podcasts, YouTube channels, it's all out there. But, and this is a big but, look at that last point. Stick with trusted experts. Social media is an absolute minefield of terrible advice and get-rich-quick scams. You have to be ruthless about who you let into your brain.
Now, this slide gets right to the core of a huge mental block for a lot of us. Our culture screams at us to keep up, right? To spend money we don't have on things we don't need to impress people online. But real wealth, that's built by building up. That means quietly focusing on your goals, on increasing your net worth, not just making your life look good for others.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Buy things that make you wealthy instead of things that just make you look wealthy. This is about a massive shift. You stop buying liabilities, like a brand new car that plummets in value, and you start buying assets, things like investments in your retirement account that will actually grow and make you money while you sleep. It's a simple switch, but it changes everything.
Look, we all love an exciting story. The person who got rich overnight on some crypto coin. But a huge study of millionaires found something that's honestly kind of a relief. The real path to wealth is usually boring. It's not about risky bets. It's built on things like consistent contributions to your 401k, choosing a public university to avoid massive debt, and yeah, even something as simple as using a grocery list. Boring is effective. Boring works.
Okay, so you've started to rewire your brain. What's next? Well, the next factor is massive, and it's the people you choose to have around you. You've probably heard the saying, your network is your net worth. Well, when it comes to your money, that is 100% true.
So take a hard look at your inner circle. If you're married, are you and your spouse on the same team financially? This is maybe the single biggest money decision you'll ever make. You can't paddle a canoe forward if your partner is paddling backward. And what about your friends? Are they inspiring you to save and build, or are they constantly pressuring you to go out and spend? The right people will put you on the fast track. The wrong people will drag you right back down into that hole.
And let's be real for a second. As you start making these smart, boring money moves, like driving your old car so you can hammer down your debt or working a side hustle on the weekends, you are going to get some noise. People might make comments. They might not get it. You have to develop a thick skin, tune out their opinions, and stay laser-focused on your own path.
All right, we've talked about your mindset and your people. Now it's time to get tactical. It's time to design a money system that makes good choices the easy, automatic choice and makes bad choices hard. This isn't about having more willpower. It's about building a better system. This is how you win the day-to-day battle.
And the most powerful weapon in your arsenal is automation. Seriously, don't rely on remembering to save or invest. Your willpower is going to run out.
Instead, set up automatic transfers from your checking to your retirement and savings accounts on the day you get paid. You pay yourself first, before you can even think about spending it. It's a total game changer.
Now, for the other side of that coin, just like you make good habits automatic, you need to make bad habits difficult. You have to intentionally add friction, little roadblocks that slow down impulsive spending.
And why is adding friction so important? Well, check out this number. According to Experian, the average American's credit card debt was projected to hit over $6,700 by mid-2025. That debt is fueled by frictionless one-click buy-it-now culture. We have to fight back by building our own friction.
So how do you do it? Here are 3 super simple but crazy effective things you can do today. Uninstall the shopping apps from your phone. Go delete your saved credit card info from Amazon and other sites. Set up alerts on your bank account that text you every time you spend money. Each one of these things creates a tiny pause, a moment for your brain to catch up and ask, wait, do I really need this? And hey, a quick but important point here. Being frugal is great, but sometimes trying to DIY everything to save a buck actually costs you more. A botched plumbing repair or a mistake on your taxes can end up being way more expensive than just hiring a professional in the first place. You've got to know when it's smarter to pay an expert.
Okay, so we've covered the mindset, the people you surround yourself with, and the systems to put in place. But honestly, none of it matters, not a single bit of it, without this last piece. At some point, you have to stop listening and learning, and you have to actually do something. Knowledge is totally useless without action. It's time to make a move.
The journey from being $40,000 in the hole to becoming a millionaire didn't start with a dream. It started with one single action. So here are 3 powerful first moves you can make right now. Just pick one. That's it. Create a real plan to pay off your debt. Automate that savings transfer. Or bump up your retirement contribution. Any one of these is a huge step in the right direction.
So, what we've seen is that this incredible financial turnaround isn't about luck or some risky bet. It's about changing your mind, building a solid system, and then taking those consistent, boring actions over and over again. So I'll just leave you with this question. What's your boring move going to be this week?